Hi Taurus. So, drum roll. So this is really just a generalized tap in to kind of really see what's it giving. So yeah, we're gonna just kind of jump on in. My name is B, just in case if you're new here. Um, if you're accustomed to being here, welcome back. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the fun part. So give me a couple of cards for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Pentacles is the first card that came out. I like that for y'all. Knight of Pentacles also came out. Two of Cups, Three of Swords, Eight of Wands reversed. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it feel like y'all might be getting some bad news coming up. Give me this Eight of Wands. What is this Eight of Wands energy? It could not be that. But the Three of Swords next to the Eight of Wands reverse gives me like disappointing news, sad news, bad news. Give me these two together, the Three of Swords and the Eight of Wands reversed for Taurus placements. Okay. Okay. This made me feel like some not so favorable news. How about that? I won't say bad or like sad necessarily, but this feels like some not so favorable news that you might be really harsh about. This could be pertaining to family or somebody you have a family with. The Lover's card is down at the bottom of the deck. I think it's interesting. So everybody so far has just about gotten the Lover's card. So this could be somebody again in the family or someone that you have a family with, like someone that you have children with, or someone that again is just like close to the heart and it's family. This is someone that you might have perceived that was genuine to you, and then you might kind of have to realize that they not family, right? Um, all skin folk ain't kinfolk, and all blood ain't thicker than water. Okay, I know. Despite what they tell you, you know, that blood is thicker than water, but not all the time. What's that other saying I used to like? Water is thicker than blood when it's been through the mud. So that is definitely true. So this is kind of giving you might have some family or some friends or some people that you might feel like family, and you might kind of have some harsh reality checks or some things might get exposed that they kind of don't fuck with you the way that you might feel like they do. For some of you, this will feel like a knock to your like self power, or if you're not careful, you will allow it to be a knock to your self power. So that's kind of what I'm getting to. Regardless of what might come up or come out or get exposed, understand that this says everything about them than it does about you, right? So let's say maybe this is a cousin that y'all have known since kids, and you like, look, me and my cousins always been thick as thieves, and we like best friends, we like brothers, we like sisters, we like siblings, and then it come to realize or it come to the light that your cousin might have been talking a little shit about you, or that you might think so highly of your cousin, and then your cousin might feel like, oh, person watching, I like they're a little annoying or whatever, but you know what I'm saying, they my cousin, I guess, like you gotta put up with them. My mama always told me I had to be nice to them, but I never really cared about them like that. It's like, don't allow that to be a knock toward yourself. Or even if you're thinking about like love and relationships, and maybe you at a space where you feel like, damn, I'm supposed to have the happy life, happy wife situation. I'm supposed to be put up, I'm supposed to be good, I'm supposed to be married into a family, and this and then the third, and maybe love just hasn't really been the best for you. This is also kind of giving again, don't allow that to disempower you, allow that to empower you. uh a good example that's kind of coming to me. Hey mom, sorry if you're watching this, because my mother's a Taurus. But a good example that's kind of coming to me right now is when I do talk to my mother. My mother was always so like, in my opinion, strong toward like her later 20s. when it came to romance. I've seen her make some not so smart decisions when it comes to like romance, and I've seen her really stand her ground and hold her own, right? And it wasn't until like after 25 pushing into like 26, you know what I'm saying, once the frontal lobe developed and then my mama kind of came into herself and kind of adapted to her grown woman energy, then it's like, okay, well, wait. I've seen her kind of throw men away for less. I've seen her chase my father, and I've seen her throw men away for less than a stick of bubble gum because I can do that all by myself, right? But then when I talk to my mother, um, she also expresses and vocalizes to me like, well, I worry that I made y'all too strong, like too independent, like too this, that, and the third. And I be trying to tell her like, I don't know why the hell you think that, because if I were you, I would never think that. I know women my age, her age, that's going through the ringer in romance and that's putting up with anything in all types of old crazy ass shit just to say they got somebody. And I thank God that I'm not one of them women. I'm so comfortable being by myself to where, yeah, it's something to work on. I'm a little too comfortable by myself, but I'd rather be comfortable being by myself than being latched on and stuck with any old body who treating me any old type of way and talking to me any old type of way just to say, oh, I got somebody. It ain't never that fucking serious to me. I like being by myself. If I'm gonna be miserable, it's a self-inflicted miserableness. You feel me? It ain't because I'm with a motherfucker that's making me miserable. If I'm unhappy, it's a self-inflicted unhappiness. And I'm very okay with that. I don't want to be unhappy at the expense of nobody else's. A second-handed loneliness, second-handed sadness, because I'm dealing with a motherfucker and they not happy and they making the relationship unhappy. So now I'm unhappy, but then I'm scared to be by myself and unhappy. So I'm just gonna be unhappy in the relationship. Hell no, right? So I kind of be trying to empower my mama through it, but it don't always seem like it's sticking. But for me, shit, I be empowered through that when I think sometimes like, again, all of the shit that I done been through and all of the not so favorable things that's happened to me in my life, I've learned to not be so harsh about it. I've learned to be nice to myself and empower myself through that shit. You can be miserable as fuck with somebody else, or you can be miserable as fuck by yourself. And trust me, it's so much more peaceful. If I'm gonna be miserable at any expense, it'll be because I'm miserable with myself, by myself, because it's just me. I don't ever want to be miserable because somebody else making me unhappy. That's extra not fun. You mean to tell me I got the chance and the possibility to be happy, but you fucking it up? Hell no. No, I don't want that life at all, right? So this kind of feels like that. Make sure you're empowering yourself through it, regardless of what heartbreaks and what heartaches could come up, or what disappointments and things. Maybe there's some eclipses and some, we got Venus retrograde and shit going on right now. So maybe there's some trauma and some wounding and some tenderness coming up in the heart space where you might be kind of thinking about these things, thinking about all of the people you've given love to, all of the times that you thought that the love and the care and the generosity was mutual, and it wasn't. Whole time you thought that you and another motherfucker was on the same page and y'all was giving each other the same energy, and that would be worth the motherfucking investment. Whole time just for it to not be. Okay, and if that is coming up right now at this time, it's important to like nurture yourself through that. Don't get hung up at the sadness of it, because it's easy to get hung up on the sadness of it. It's easy to get hung up on, oh well, well, all my relationships acted like this, or oh, because all of my friendships, and oh, I'm just so lonely. Now I said it's easy to get wrapped up about that. That's why we trying to, that's why I'm like bringing up the mom example. It's easy for my mother to sit around and think, wow, maybe I've ruined my girls. Maybe I taught them to be strong and confident, and maybe that was a detriment to them. But it's, again, another different type of ballpark range when you can empower yourself and say, you know what? I really raised my girls to not take no shit. And even though my daughters really don't take no shit at a very extreme expense, I'm empowered in knowing that I raised them to be self-sufficient, self-assured, to not have to depend on no man, to not have to feel like their life revolves around a man. Because again, you'll be so shocked how many motherfuckers out here really do that. How many people who get in crazy situations, especially sometimes as a daddyless daughter, I always kind of be very shocked when I notice and meet the women who daddy be in their life, and they be almost just as worse as well off as me. I'm like, bitch, you had your daddy in your life, ho, what happened? How did that happen? They always act like it's us bitches that don't got no daddy in their life and shit that just act so off the leash. But anyway, saying that to say, again, whatever is coming up, whether it's family, friends who felt like family, people you wanted to make a family with or thought that you were gonna have a stable family with, and that you loved and cared for, whatever is coming up right now, if it's not feeling so favorable, if it's not feeling so comfortable, if it's not feeling so easy to manage and deal with and swallow and take on, making sure that you're empowering yourself and being nice to yourself through it. This is not the time to be harsh. Don't think about all of your relationships in the past and then how much of a dumb bitch you was. That's not gonna help you feel no better. You're like, no, because I don't know why I did all stupid ass shit, and then I just uprooted my life, and then, I just really thought that Charles had loved me, and then, it's like, well, girl, you making yourself feel worse. You make yourself feel like shit. That's not helping. You already feel like shit. You already had to go through the experience. Don't make yourself feel no worse. Empower yourself through that shit and say, girl, well, you know what? Well, look, you learned the lesson. Yeah, we really thought that Charles was the one. And, I just was so whoa in love, I thought. But you know what? That shit really had taught me how to actually stand up for myself. That shit really had taught me to stop taking any shit, to set some better boundaries, to learn how to defend myself, to learn how to stand up for myself, to learn how to actually say, you know what? Fuck this shit. Because I can do bad all by myself. Why do I got a motherfucker laid up with me, kicking in the polyland with me that ain't doing shit for me, but reaping the benefits of how hard I'm fucking working? Why am I dealing with a woman who clearly can't respect the fact that I'm doing this, doing that? I'm trying in my relationship, but all she can see is that I'm falling short. Give me this Two of Cups energy. The Temple Path. So yeah, you're always being guided. This Two of Cups energy. Remember that all of the partnerships that you're navigating and all of the things that you're enduring, all of the people that you meet is completely ordained. Okay? It's completely ordained. You're being guided toward these people. When you're having connections with people, these connections are being guided towards something. It's pushing you to take action towards something. Okay? For some of you, you might be kind of dragging your feet on taking some action with this Knight of Pentacles. Making sure that you remember that you don't have 40 days and 40 nights like the Bible. Okay? Taurus, love y'all. Y'all can move real fucking slow. Okay? You don't have 40 days and 40 nights like in the Bible. Get some fire up under that ass to get moving. With love, XO, thanks. Give me this Ten of Pentacles energy that we kind of tapping into with Taurus. Give me this Ten of Pentacles energy that we have going on. Yeah, strategy. So again, for some of you, again, this was always to teach you how to go back to the drawing board and decision. It was always meant to teach you how to go back to the drawing board. Everything that you've been through, all of the hiccups that you've been through in love and romance with family, backstabbing friends, motherfuckers who friends and homies and shit who's supposed to be family, who's supposed to have been around for whatever, for life. Motherfuckers that you thought shit love would never disrespect. My folks would never do me like that. My partner would never do me. My friend, my sister, my cousin, my auntie, my brother, my sister would never do me like that. These same things, these not so favorable events, what the limited snicket shit is, the chain of unfortunate, the series of unfortunate events. These series of unfortunate events was always to teach you how to strategize, the same way that they did in the movie, right? Sonny and them, they all strategized in order to kind of get away from that man. They were very smart. They were actually the smartest kids, I think, in the land, if not two pairs of the smart, like they daddies and mamas and shit was like scientists and shit, if I remember correctly, or some shit, right? So this is about strategy. It's about learning how to maneuver with people, even family that's supposed to be family. Learning how to maneuver with them, learning how to handle this situation, and don't be indecisive. Lean all the way into it. If you know that you got some family that you like, look, they always do this, or got their motherfucking hand out when I need stuff or when I need them, cut their motherfucking ass. Stop being in the middle with these people acting like, well, I don't want to fool with them, but I fool with them, but I don't want to. Man, cut these motherfuckers off. If this is cousin, cut their ass. If it's a partner, cut their ass. If it's friends too, cut their motherfucking ass. Don't leave nobody lingering that's making you feel some type of way about something. That's gonna keep making you feel disempowered. You know, a motherfucker taking advantage of you, but then you still coming around, you bound to feel like you being taken advantage of. Yeah, because you keep coming around. Stop going around. Stop going around. Leave these people alone. Honorable mention here that I am seeing Libra with this indecisive card. The devil card is giving Capricorn energy. So you could maybe be dealing with some Libra, some Capricorn, could have that in your chart somewhere. Gemini energy is here with this Lovers card down at the bottom of the deck, okay? Long story short, again, this is about being empowered through the not so favorable times. How are you empowering yourself through the not so favorable times? Again, we can all think about love and think about all of the heartbreak and the shit that we done been through and go, damn, I really been through some shit. Or you can allow that shit to empower you to say, yeah, you know what, I done really been through some things, but I be getting through that shit. And you know what? It ain't broke me. I done been through so much. Imagine me still here, stronger, bigger, better than ever, badder than ever. It ain't broke me. It ain't shook me. It ain't make me fall. Nothing. I'm still here standing with my chin all the way up, with my toes all the way into the ground, back all the way straight. I'm standing all the way up. So anything that's coming forward at this point, or anything that has been came forward at this point, that's small shit to a giant. Anyway, thank you so much for booking with me. I deeply appreciate it. I'm getting a little stir crazy, so I know I'm gonna need a real good nap after this. After a while, doing too many tarot reasons, I started to get to feel like. Anyway, my name is B, just in case if you didn't remember from the beginning of this. Like, share, subscribe, follow us over here. Definitely join our family over here. I'm open for personal readings. You can find that down below in the description box. Join our Patreon. You can also find that down below in the description box. And yeah, until next time, I'll see y'all lovely people on the next video. Bye.